Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. Somebody sent me this clip art and they just want this deer, and I've already done it. It's a pretty cool design. It will look really good laser engraved or even printed. But instead of having Corel trace this whole thing, I would go to the crop tool. First of all, whenever you're cropping a thing, make sure it's selected. Go to the crop tool and just crop out that deer. Now, I've got part of his head and part of his leg, but that doesn't matter because we're going to move that in just a second. Now grab the shape tool and you get this bounding box and you can delete. You could even add a node right there by double clicking. And what I'm doing is I'm going to make it easier for Corel to trace this thing because it's going to have less white background. I think I've got it all. I maybe double click and add a node right there to make sure it's all there. And then, so I've got a lot less white to work with for it to have to work for. So we're going to grab this now and go, and it's black and white. I don't have to do anything to it. I'm going to go outline, trace, clip art, and it's going to trace it quite well. Your trace is normal, and you can see that all the white bounding box is gone, but we've got some other problems. We got some off colors and white. So let's go and click on the item, go to Object, Group, and ungroup it. Then click on the white, gets rid of it. Now, there's a lot you can do with this, but I'm going to maybe show you a little bit better way. We've got part of the watermark here. We've got some just bad tracing there. What I would do now, since everything's black, is select it all and then left click black. What that did, that made all the colors the same. And that probably is good enough, but there is a line right there. I don't know if you can see it. So what we can do now, because it's all black, we can select it all, go up to Object and combine it. Now, that didn't maybe take away the line, but it did. But I would still, if I was personally going to engrave this, I'd maybe want this a little bit smoother. So I would we can take away our yellow box now. And if we left click, right click, you can see those things it fixed. That would probably work, but just in case, we'll take the virtual segment delete key and delete those lines. And what that's going to do, that's going to enable us to use the smoothing tool or the shape tool to get rid of that, like that bump right there in the deer's antlers. And there's probably a few more, like right here by his ear, easily taken out. There's another one there. Sometimes the lines are broken because they're the nodes. Like this was it's gonna cut between the nodes. So we've got it done now, and before I fill it in, I would smooth out those parts. And if we take the smoothing tool and let's zoom in here a little bit on those two places, you can see all the nodes. But if we grab the smoothing tool, and just make sure your smoothing tool isn't going to touch both lines. So we're going to make it a little bit smaller. Now I'm just touching this one line. And see how it smooths that out. You could do it if you don't have X7 or above. You can always choose the shape tool and just delete those nodes. Well, see, these nodes aren't connected, so what we can do now is take the Smart Fill tool, fill it on black, and then I should have already set my nudge factor. It's already set pretty high. Nudge all our black over. Now we can left click, right click, and what it is, all those nodes are now joined. And if you remember a while ago, when I took those nodes out, they deleted. So just kind of smooth it up a little bit, and you really got it. Then just take it, and sometimes you can left click and fill it in. Sometimes that doesn't work, but now you have a good, clean vector artwork that's all the same color, and it'll engrave or print anything you want. Anyway, I hope that helped them a little bit. Thank you for watching.